Thank you, thank you. I am beyond honored and humbled. I am probably the luckiest man alive tonight to be standing in this room in front of so many friends, old friends, new friends, people that mean a lot to me in my life. Also my family. I have all three of my children and their spouses are here, and six of my 11 grandchildren I know are in attendance, including one teenage boy who I'm sure he wishes he was somewhere else this evening. And importantly, my two remaining siblings, my brothers, Bill and Tom, and their spouses. I so appreciate you being here tonight. And a special brunette woman that I promised I would not recognize tonight, but she knows that she means the world to me. They told me I had 2 to 3 minutes to give a speech, which I don't enjoy giving speeches, so the 2 minutes sounded pretty good. I was going to yield my time to our friend John Massey, but then I realized he had no familiarity with a 2-minute speech. I came to UT in 1969, and I was one of those kind of lost kids. I did not know really who I was or where I belonged or what I wanted to do with my life. You know, that all changed in the 4 years I was here. And by the time I left in 1972, I had a clearer idea of all of those things. But more importantly, I had an identity forever. I am Steve Hicks, a proud University of Texas Longhorn. I've loved UT for many years, but spent most of my time, I will admit, in the years I was away from Austin, following primarily athletics, football, as Coach Herman was referring to. There were many lows and many highs in that time, from the humiliating, some of you will remember this, the 66-3 loss to UCLA in September of 1997. That gave way to the glory years of Mack Brown and a national championship on a very special night at the Rose Bowl on January 4th, 2006. In 2009, I was nominated and approved by the Senate to be a UT Regent. My love for UT changed as I became more familiar with this amazing group of institutions, and especially the amazing place that is UT Austin. However, in February of 2011, the first 2-year honeymoon was over, and this institution, as President Fenves talked about, it came under attack. It was a battle for the very soul of this university. At times it felt like the Alamo. There was no invading army, but our own governor and 4 of his regents had a vision for this university that we did not share. Their vision was not for a university of the first class, but for a university of the economy class. Do not get me wrong, UT has and always will be affordable. It is today one of the best values in higher education today. But these changes that were being proposed envisioned an institution of 75,000 students that were only here to be trained for jobs, and things like research, arts, humanities, and tenure were to be challenged. But the number one objective of this group was to fire Bill Powers. So I had a decision to make whether to support the governor that put me on the board or to stand by the university that I love. And for me, it was really a very easy call. Along with my Foxhole buddy and fellow DAA award winner Bobby Stillwell and others, we fought that fight. It was painful and it was ugly. It was an ugly time for the university. But the war was over when the first Longhorn governor in 36 years came into office and brought 2 distinguished alumni regents with him and turned the tide. Bill Powers retired with dignity at his own will 2.5 years ago. And I want to thank the other soldiers that should have their names on a monument, in my opinion, names like Zaffarini and Williford, Perrin, Jastro, Tate, Oles, Brazel, and so many, many others. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Sadly, the general that led us to fight so hard and was there for all of us, is in another battle tonight. Bill Powers, as you may know, fell outside the law school last month and suffered a traumatic brain injury. He's in rehab hospital in Houston and is learning to walk and to talk again. So I'd like to accept this award tonight on behalf of our general, Bill Powers. He is my hero. And I would ask you, if you would humor me for a moment, since we're on the Longhorn Network, to stand up and put your horns up. And on the count of three, I wanted to yell, "Hook 'em Bill Powers," so that he will hear us all the way in Houston and know that we still care about him. 1, 2, 3. Hook 'em Bill Powers. Thank you.